Hello there. I'm about to do it. I'm about to craft ridiculous amount of the basic lure traps. By ridiculous, I mean 11. Not sure why it doesn't let me craft more than 11. Oh, I'm out of magic. Never mind. Well, that happens. You know what? I think 11 is enough for me right now. Today we're going to build the ultimate snippet farm. And there is a lot of things about snippets that have changed in the last hotfix. So I just want to go over all the changes and why you might want to have an ultimate snippet farm. It's no longer ultimate whitebird snippet farm because those you can no longer place the lures in your main valley. I had my my farm set up in the Frosted Heights. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It worked like a charm, and I farmed hundreds of white snippets. But now it's over. But even though we can't do this farm in the valley, we can still do the same things as we used to do before, and it's not less effective whatsoever. It just requires a little bit change. So first of all, I've seen a lot of comments saying people said that the whitebirds no longer spawn in the regular valley, and it's not entirely true. Even though we can't catch them with traps, because we can't place traps, the whitebirds do spawn every single day, a biome randomly chosen where you are gonna get some white birds. Oh, there we go. Found one in Sunlit Plateau. Weird, because I had them in Sunlit Plateau yesterday as well. It's still much less than before. Before you could have like 5 birds at the same time in the valley. But let's see how many we can get. Number 1, number 2, number 3. That one definitely just spawned in. Come on, bird. And they got faster as well. Oh, free birds! Number 4. Come back. Okay, I do not see any more white birds. So after you got 4, and 4 is actually consistent with the number of birds I got yesterday. I don't know if it's 4 per day or is it 4 and then you have to wait for them to respawn. But it seems like the spawn rates are much lower now. The birds are much faster. In my opinion now, catching white snippets is just not the best way to get snippets. Let me show you what is the best way. So I've crafted quite a few lure traps. We have expert, we have advanced. So if you haven't watched my previous video on the lure traps, I'll just give a quick overview. You can check out what is required to craft the traps on the crafting table. You can go to functional items on all the way to the bottom, and you can see that it takes slightly different resources based on which design you want. I highly recommend going for whatever design require. Like for example, gold and marble, I feel like is the most reasonable, like probably the easiest one to craft. So the Olympic one for me personally would be the easiest to craft, but you can choose whichever design you like the most or whichever resource you have the most. Craft as many of them as you can, and then do not upgrade them. Upgrading them only increases the amount of snippets it can catch by one, which it's like you can craft multiple lures for the same amount of dream magic as you would just upgrading one of them. So do not do that, not worth it. Just craft as many as you can. And now let's place them. Now I have a personal favorite formation is placing them very close to each other, as close as you can, in a little circle like this. By circle I mean a line. This way I can just run through it and just capture them at the same time. Oh, that's a lot of lures. Oh my goodness. So the next question you need to answer is where to place this contraption. Now, once again, this is just the design I like because I can just run through it while doing this. And I'm just going to be able to collect all of them. It's going to be super satisfying. You'll see in a minute. You place it wherever you want to get the snippets from. You can go to collection, Storybook Veil, snippets, and whichever snippet you're trying to grind. I highly recommend stocking up on all of them. You can move this contraption between different biomes and just collecting as many snippets as you can, and then you can just always convert excess to Storybook Magic, or all of them to Storybook Magic. If you want to stock up on them in case we have more tapestries in the end, that's going to work. So the only difference between how this farm used to work and how it works now is that now it has to, like, we can't farm white snippets anymore. We have to farm the snippets in the Storybook Vale. So you have to keep moving this if you want to get all the snippets. But once you got enough of every snippet, then you can just choose a place, a permanent place, where you're just going to leave it to farm snippets that will be your dream Storybook Magic farm. So this contraption that I have right now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 23 traps. I want to double it by the end of this video. I want to have 50 traps and see how much Storybook Magic can we make per hour. I think this is going to be a great experiment. So the way this works, each of them will generate a snippet every 10 minutes, up to 3. So in the 30 minutes, this should get maxed out. Let's see how many snippets we can get from this. All right, time to harvest all of these snippets. This is going to be so satisfying. Oh yeah, just give it a big spin. This is definitely the biggest contraption I've built so far, but why stop here? I think we can make something even bigger, even greater. Well, I did a thing. I built a 51 lure traps in this little nice contraption. So let's make some calculations. This is going to generate me 51 multiplied by 3. This is how many snippets each of them will generate. And multiplied by 15 magic equals 2295. So every time I come back to this contraption, I will have 2295 magic every 30 minutes. So that would make it about, let's multiply by 2, 4,590 magic per hour. That's kind of insane. But you know what? I might as well go all the way in. I'm going to upgrade every single one of these traps to the maximum level. And I'm going to do it by just coming back to this and harvesting it every 30 minutes. Well, maybe not every 30 minutes, but as often as I can. So this video is going to take multiple, probably over a week to make. So if you're watching this, this took a lot of work, so you better subscribe. Look how satisfying this is. Oh my god. Oh, that's just good. That's just good. These frog sounds are so beautiful. Oh my god. I dedicate this contraption to Froggy. That is so satisfying. It is pretty hard to clear, but I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen when I max all of these out. That's gonna take a lot of Storybook Magic. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be good. I did something crazy. I upgraded every single one of these lures to the maximum level. Every single one. And I regret it tremendously. This took a ridiculous amount of time. Basically, every single time I get the frogs from here and I edit, like convert it to the magic, I put all the magic straight back into the system. I was grinding some magic tasks as well, claiming a bunch of achievements. This is way more than I will ever need, but it's nice to know that I have it, that I'll be able to... Wow, this is just insane. It's just why is Ariel here? Am I hanging out with you? This makes my game lag. Like, I'm lagging so hard when I'm close to this. There's... Let's calculate. Let's run some numbers. There is 51 fully maxed out traps. Each of them generates 5 snippets every time I come back to this trap. So 5 multiplied by 51 multiplied by 15 magic per one equals 3,825 magic. Basically every 50 minutes. With all the amount of magic that I invested into upgrading them, I could have crafted 25. Oh my god, this is so stupid. I could have crafted No, wait, not 25. 15! It takes the same amount of magic to upgrade one trap to the max than is to craft 15 new ones. And efficiency goes up by very little, so do not do this. Do not upgrade your traps unless you're literally swimming in magic. So this gives me 3,800 magic, but I can make it even more if I hang out with somebody who has snippet catching profession, and there is always going to be explosions. This looks absolutely insane. There we go. I did it during sunset. This is how this is when it looks the best, in my opinion. Okay, let me take some pictures for the thumbnail. This is gonna be insane. Like, I don't think picture can convey how many snippets is floating in the air. Okay, I think I got enough footage of this trap. It's insane, honestly. It's one of the most insane things I've ever done. Took forever. Took like, I don't know how many weeks it's been. Like 2 weeks since the hotfix. Oof, that was painful. But it was so worth it. This is now one of my craziest builds. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed all the time I spent. Oh my god, that is satisfying. Close enough. Close enough. I'm lagging while I'm there. Got stacks upon stacks upon stacks of the frogs. So worth it. I will never need Storybook Magic ever again. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It was definitely a journey to build this. And if you have any ideas for any other crazy contraptions and absolutely ridiculous and unnecessary farms in Disney Dreamlight Valley, please let me know. I think I just have too much free time and I just want to come up with some crazy things to do and to show you. And even though now we cannot place these lures in the valley, I don't care. My farm is now in Ever After, and I think it even looks better there than in my Frosted Heights. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the awesome support, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy holidays, and goodbye.